Welcome to another episode of Leatherneck Insider. I'm Caden Strenz.
And I'm Luke Little. The people have spoken, and Olivia Kerr is your newest athlete of the week. Leatherneck Insider reporter Austin Holznagel heads back to the course. Here's more with this week's winner.
Hello everyone, my name is Austin Holznagel and I'm here with this week's Leatherneck Insider Athlete of the Week, Olivia Kerr. First off, Olivia, congrats on winning this award. You were voted by the people after a fantastic performance at the Judson in Mississippi, where you finished 32nd overall and you shot a 229. What about that course and your preparation allowed you to be so successful?
Yeah, we got to play a course last year, same tournament. It really suits my game. Reminds me of home a lot, like my course that I play a lot. And yeah, we had good prep going into the tournament, yeah.
Yeah, and you've been in Macomb here for 4 years, and as you mentioned, you made that long trip over from Australia to Macomb. Tell me about kind of what is so different about being in America, being in Macomb, and how you've adjusted over those 4 years.
Yeah, moving to a small town was a big cultural shock. You can get places within 5 minutes, unlike home where you got 30, 45-minute drives. I've really adjusted well. I really love it here. It's a nice place. Community's really great, yeah.
Yeah, and you're going to be staying here for your 5th year, your kind of COVID year. What are you looking forward to accomplishing next year, not just for yourself, but also for your team?
Just looking to get some good scores, get some good stats going into next year. Really put the team in a good place, yeah. Especially for new conference. We really want to show them how we play, yeah.
Well, we'll be rooting for you all spring season. Best of luck to not only you, but your team as well, and congrats again on winning this award.
Thank you.
For Leatherneck Insider, I'm Austin Holznagel.
Thanks, Austin. Be sure to vote for the next Leatherneck Insider Athlete of the Week before midnight tonight on our Twitter at InsiderWIU.
The WIU men's basketball team started their season and have a lot of new faces on their team. With these fresh new faces, there will have to be some WIU veterans willing to step up. Leatherneck Insider reporter Ben Palanca has more with one of the returning players, Josiah West.
Western Illinois men's basketball has a lot of new players added to their roster, which means returning players has to take a bigger role. Josiah West is playing his second season with the Leathernecks after transferring from Southeastern Community College. West was part of the starting 5 last season and looks to use his experience from last season to help out his new teammates.
We're just filling each other out. We just got the feel for each other. This is our first time actually getting to play. Well, we play scrimmages and stuff, but it's our first time getting to play against somebody else, so we actually got a feel for each other.
With West's role changing, he explains how he is adjusting to his new role this season.
I felt as though the role was easy for me to fill. Me coming where I come from, I'm just a dog. I just want to get things done.
For Leatherneck Insider, I'm Ben Palanca.
Thanks, Ben, and good luck to West and the rest of the men's basketball team.
Staying in Western Hall, the WIU women's basketball team started their season with a blowout win over Mount Mercy with a score of 81-57. Leatherneck Insider reporter Kobe Blackman has more.
WIU women's basketball team start their season off with a win over Mount Mercy. Reagan McCowan believes that their team can score from anywhere on the court.
I think it's going to be really hard for teams to scout us because you don't know who's going to score, who's going to be in double digits. Is it going to be Mal? Is it going to be me? Is it going to be AB, Anna? We have so many people, I think, who can contribute, which is ultimately going to make it hard for teams to pick out, who am I going to need to guard? So I think that it will help us a lot, and I also think it attests to the unselfishness that everyone has on our team. I mean, no one really cares who's going to be in double digits and who's not going to be. So I think that's another really big thing. This shows how unselfish all of us are.
Head coach J.D. Gravino wants Alyssa Dance to become more aggressive and loves her post play and the assist she provides for the team.
To answer your question, yes, I would like her to be a little more, just have more of a scoring mentality when she catches the ball in a good position, but I also love Alyssa for what she is, and that is, maybe the best passing post in the nation. She had 3 assists. I think she could have 2 more. We missed 2 open layups on good passes from her. We didn't shoot as well as I think we will from 3, so she could have had a couple other assists on kickouts. And she led us in assists last year. She led us in assists in our practice stats in the preseason, and that's a real luxury to have. So we could get a little more scoring out of her. I'm constantly encouraging her to score more, but she got us some big baskets today as well.
I'm Kobe Blackman, reporter from Leatherneck Insider.
Thank you, Kobe, and good luck to the Leathernecks as they take on Northern Illinois tomorrow at 1 p.m.
Coming up after the break, we head to the football field to talk with an international athlete.
And a local volleyball player has made an impact on the season. Stick around, we'll be right back.
Not W.
It's not W, it's W. 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 That's what I've been stressing out about the most so far. It's saying W because I know it's something you're going to say. Right? Yeah, we've been there.
They're like, we're waiting on, what are we waiting on?
They haven't said anything. I said we're ready to go. We can start.
Hello everyone, I am Will Thomas.
And I'm Dane McAlee. Welcome to this week's edition of Leatherneck Insider.
Welcome back inside to Lee Hall. The WIU football team has been traveling far from home all year long, but for some of the team's players, home is never that close. Leatherneck Inside reporter Braden Smith has more on one of the team's international players.
Ludovic Choquette is an international athlete here at Western Illinois. We asked Choquette about the biggest difference from his home in the United States.
The language in general, you know, like I'm from the French part of Canada, so everything is fluently French. And I grew up speaking French, so whenever I had to move to America and learn the English language, well, that was pretty hard at first. But I guess that's just the big difference from America and Canada, in my opinion, from where I'm from.
Choquette is currently the leading rusher for Western Illinois. He credits his offensive line.
Got to give credit to my own line, and they be trying to work their tail off, making putting their efforts out there and making plays for me to take advantage of. So,
as an international athlete, times can be tough, but Choquette has advice for all international athletes that want to play in the United States.
For international players coming here, do not give up. Give it your all every day. People will be coming at you just because you're different, but don't let that affect you. I would say just find your why, the reason you're doing this, and then just rephrase it every day, and then you'll be able to overcome all these challenges and then you'll be so grateful that you made these decisions and sacrifices because nobody will sacrifice as much as you. Shout out to my family back home. I love y'all. I miss y'all. Je vous aime. Et je reviens bientôt au Québec.
This is Braden Smith for Leatherneck Insider.
Thank you, Braden. The Leathernecks face off against Indiana State Sycamores today at noon.
Local star Kennedy Adair has been making her mark on the volleyball court all year long. Kennedy Adair has made quite the impact so far this year for WIU volleyball. Adair is 6th in kills for the Leathernecks this year as a true freshman. She is also fighting strong at the net with 16 blocks already this season. Adair is a symbol of a new age in Western Illinois volleyball and Macomb alike. In a year where Western Illinois is looking to make the conference tournament, Adair has been quite the addition. Now let's take a look at where the volleyball team stands. Currently, they are in 9th place with a 6-8 conference play record. The top 8 teams make the conference tournament. WIU will host Tennessee State for 2 this weekend and conclude the season at Eastern Illinois next Wednesday and Thursday. We wish the volleyball team the best of luck.
Heading to the high school level, the Macomb High volleyball season has officially come to a close. After beating Quincy Notre Dame to become regional champions, the Bombers would face off against Pleasant Plains Cardinals in a sectional semifinal matchup. The Bombers would drop 2 straight sets to the Cardinals 25-21. The Bombers were led in kills this year by junior Catherine Lucarenin with 310 on the season. Quinn Rexroth was also a massive part of the Bombers' success this season with 720 of the team's 891 assists. The Bombers finished the season 27-10, going nearly undefeated in home with a record of 9-2. The Bombers have a lot to look forward to next season with only 2 seniors leaving the program. It should be a great season next year for the Bombers.
When we come back, we'll talk more about the WIU golf team along with the women's cross country head coach Trey Brokaw. Stick around, we'll be right back.
Your vision.
My goal is to work at a top 100 television station as a reporter, anchor, and a producer.
Our mission.
Thanks to Western, I have a resume that would beat out most students from the top journalism schools in the country.
This is Western Illinois University.
I am a success story. I am a Leatherneck.
Welcome back to the studio. The WIU women's golf team wrapped up their fall season with a trip to southern Mississippi to compete in the Jetson. The team finished in 12th place. Senior Olivia Kerr led the way for the Leathernecks, finishing tied for 32nd with a score of 229. Natalie Hooper was next in line for the Leathernecks, finishing with a score of 235. The team is back in action on February 13th, 2024 at Bowling Green to kick off their spring season.
Sticking with WIU golf, Western Illinois University inducted 2 WIU men's golfers into their Hall of Fame. One of those was Tim String, who played for Western from 2003 to 2007. String was a Division I championship qualifier and part of 3 conference championship teams. In 2007, String was a National All-American, the Mid-Continent Conference Champion, which is now known as the Summit League, and the Mid-Continent Player of the Year, along with being a 4-time Conference Player of the Year. String now gives golf lessons at Wildcat Golf Academy in Chicago. Tune in next week to hear about the other WIU Hall of Fame men's golf inductee.
Heading over to the track, the women's cross-country head coach Trey Brokaw is very familiar with West Central Illinois, having grown up on a farm just 20 minutes north of campus. His first 2 seasons leading the team have been full of academic and athletic success, even though he took one of the NCAA smallest rosters.
After working as the University of Akron's head cross-country coach, associate track and field, and recruiting coordinator, Brokaw returned to his hometown of Macomb. Since Brokaw's return, 9 school records have been broken by the WIU track and field and cross-country teams under his leadership in just 2 years in charge. After the break, Jalen Short brings us short takes. Don't go anywhere.
Taking me home, taking me home.
Here, I engineer the future.
Taking me home, bring me back.
Here, I have countless opportunities.
Taking me home, bring me back.
Here, I do research.
Right here at Western.
Welcome back. It's now time for short takes. Leatherneck Insider reporter Jalen Short discusses the NFL and NBA.
Episode of Short Takes. I'm your host, Jalen Short, and this week we have another 5 topics, so let's get right into it. First, Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets. I don't think that the Jets are capable of going into the playoffs with Zach Wilson at quarterback, so hopefully Aaron Rodgers comes back because they definitely need it. And if they're going to make a playoff push, they're going to need number 8 in New York. Now let's move to Joe Burrow in Cincinnati. They've been playing great football, 4 wins in a row. Joe Burrow is looking like one of the best quarterbacks in the AFC. They might surprise Kansas City in the playoffs. You never know, especially with Jamar Chase playing like the best wide receiver in football. So hopefully they can surprise someone. Now let's move to the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, I think he peaked in the last 2 or 3 years. They've lost against Kansas City, they lost against Cincinnati. Stephon Diggs isn't happy there, and I think that organization just needs a change. They need something different in that organization. Sean McDermott, I think he's just not reaching that locker room, so to speak, for the Buffalo Bills. Now, let's move to the NBA and talk about Wemby. Victor Wembanyama, he's an all-star. He definitely is an all-star this season. The fans will vote him in. I think he's a unique player. He's a unicorn out there. He can do it all. And the San Antonio Spurs, they have a generational player right there. Now, top 5 players in the NBA. Let's go Nikola Jokic at number 1. He coming off a championship last season, Finals MVP. He's just great. Kevin Durant, number 2. He's the most skilled player in the world right now. Giannis Antetokounmpo, give him number 3. He's so dominant, most dominant player in the NBA right now. Joel Embiid, number 4. Because he come off MVP last season, you have to put him number 4. And this is gonna surprise you guys. I'm taking Jason Tatum at number 5. He is spectacular. 2-way player, can defend, can score. He can do it all out there for Boston. Well, that's all for today's episode, guys. Let us know your top 5 players in the NBA in the comments. I'm Jalen Short, and I'll see you guys next week on Short Takes.
Thanks, Jalen. You know, Caden, the AFC East, I don't think it's as strong as we thought it was at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, no, I'd have to agree with you on that one. The Buffalo Bills, a big part, underperforming. If they don't take care of business over the next 2 weeks against the Broncos and Jets, they're going to be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think those are must-win games for them. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Insider WIU. I'm Luke Little.
And I'm Caden Strunk. Have a great weekend, WIU.